Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I am also good. I'm excited because we've got Tuesdays with Charlie coming up later in the program. Always enjoy that. Going to talk to your dad. Think he'll take our call?
Oh, I know he will. He looks forward to it all. You can talk big when he's on the radio, but he looks forward to it all week.
And the funny thing is, he pretends like, I'm doing you guys such a huge favor. But I remember one day we were running late. He was like, your mother said he was pacing around the house. Like, think they're not going to call me? What's going on? It's okay. We're going to call him. Hey, we've got Tuesdays with Charlie, and I got a quote from Thomas Merton. Every moment and every event of every man's life on earth plants something in his soul. That's true. And today, by the way, is September 11th, so I know there are a lot of people that, speaking of souls, there are a lot of people that are probably hurting souls today. So for those of you who maybe know someone who was lost on September 11th, 2001, we're with you here. And thank you so much for joining us right here on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Make plans to join us for the second annual 80s in the Sand. My wife Heidi and I went last year. It was so much fun. And guess who's going to be there this year? It's Brett Michaels.
Hello, everybody. It's Brett Michaels. I will see you at 80s in the Sand, Tuesday, November 6th, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I promise you, this is going to be the ultimate concert, party, best night ever. Let's rock on, my friends.
Get your tickets now at 80sinthesand.com. Over 90% of the tickets are sold. Don't wait. 80sinthesand.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, September the 11th. Today is National Day of Service and Remembrance, and it's Patriot Day. But it's also National Make Your Bed Day. What?
Every day should be National Make Your Bed Day.
National Hot Cross Bun Day. And National Ants on a Log Day. Don't know what that is. The main one today, Patriot Day, and National Day of Service and Remembrance. And again, this is one of those things that for those of you who remember where you were on September 11th, 2001, it's always a tough day for me.
Absolutely.
And I remember it like it was yesterday.
So do I.
And I know there are people that have, memories that burned in way more than our memories. But again, today is it's actually National Day of Service and Remembrance, and it's Patriot Day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can either add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. Or a combination of both, but there's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow sales. And you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Sign up at betterresultsadvertising.com. That's betterresultsadvertising.com.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs. But first, fun little game we like to play around here called Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Heidi, are you ready for this game?
I love this game.
Retreat. The Retreat in Cleburne, Texas. Is it a golf course or is the Retreat a rehab center?
I would say the Retreat would be a rehab center, but because that's too obvious, I'm going to say golf course.
And you would be correct. It is a golf course. The Retreat. It does sound more like a rehab center.
It does.
So there you go. I don't know why. It's funny how many of these could be interchangeable, really. So anyway, again, the Retreat is a golf course, and Heidi wins today. You get all of the prizes. I'll be over there to give you hugs and kisses in a second. She doesn't like to win. She is my wife, by the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
This time of year, there are many parties, weddings, cookouts, and other events that often include alcohol. If you're drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. The Addiction Hope and Helpline wants to help. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, there's a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380, 1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. 2 North Carolina women are jailed on child abuse charges after a Snapchat video showed 3 small children smoking a marijuana blunt. Yeah, bad idea. Police arrested 21-year-old Michaela Pearson, and 18-year-old Candace Little in connection with a troubling video. Both defendants locked up in lieu of a $150,000 bond after being charged with 3 counts of felony child abuse and 3 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and that's a misdemeanor. In the video, Pearson is seen handing a blunt to the children. Little apparently recorded the children smoking and then posted the video to her Snapchat page. Pearson and Little were arrested just hours after the video began going viral on Facebook. So it is such a bad idea. Don't do that. And if you've already ruined your life, please don't ruin the next generation's life. I mean, don't do that. I can't imagine that you're looking at where you're at in life going, oh, this is exactly what I want for my kids. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe that is. Maybe that is where you set your sights. But very sad. That's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Former Cosby Show star Jeffrey Owens has received an outpouring of support after he was job-shamed for working at Trader Joe's. Tyler Perry actually reached out to Owens through Twitter about joining his new movie. How cool is that? Mm-hmm. That would be really nice.
I saw this.
I think that's
online,
really sad
and
that people
I think it's awful.
Yeah. Why would you pick on him? He's doing something to make a living. What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
You're working
and that's
too.
what he said. He said, this is going to pass. And if anybody learns anything from this, I hope it's that everybody knows that no job is better than another.
No.
If you're working and you're providing for yourself and your family, that's all that matters.
Amen, brother.
So I felt really bad for him. I was like, oh, you poor thing.
I guess in your case, amen, sister. But she was quoting him. So.
Yeah.
The CBS Board of Directors has reportedly been in talks to give Les Moonves $100 million for him to leave the company over his sexual harassment allegations. Doesn't that just seem wrong? To give the guy $100 million?
Yeah, you're rewarding him.
That doesn't, I don't know, there's something about that just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
This is Big Screen, Little Screen. Thanks for listening on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now your scoop of the day brought to you by 80sinthesand.com. Minneapolis FBI agents held a press conference last week to announce that they recovered a pair of ruby red slippers that were stolen from the Judy Garland Museum in 2005. So 1 week ago today, they found them a while back, but 1 week ago today is when they made the announcement. And I'm still holding the story. Why? I don't know. I've had so much to try to sift through.
Because that story was a gem, and we needed to know this.
No, I think it's cool that they're back. And it just, every day, it kind of got bumped. I didn't get to it, but I started with that today because I'm taking it off the list now. A new online dating trend called curving is the latest form of rejecting someone. Do you know what it means to curve somebody?
I have no idea.
You do this to me once in a while. To curve means to respond to somebody's text, but say so little that you're kind of dropping hints that you'd rather not even talk to them at all. There are times I'll call you and you won't answer, and then you'll send me a text. You're like, what do you need? And then I'll reply with something, and then you'll be like, okay. I'm like, did you want me to get anything? No. Okay, you clearly don't want to talk right now. Am I interrupting Candy Crush? Is that what's happening here? Curving is what it's called. New study revealed that over a dozen men who worked in the cleanup effort at Ground Zero from September 11th, 2001, developed a mild form of breast cancer. So people that were doing the cleanup. And that's I don't want to say it's very unusual for men to get breast cancer because it's not very unusual, but it is somewhat unusual. And I think it's really sad that, again, they were there doing cleanup and now that. And again, today is the anniversary of September 11th. It was on a Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. Today is a Tuesday, which is kind of interesting. Study from the University of Rochester found that the flavors used in e-cigarettes are harmful to your white blood cells. So they're saying, as cool as you look.
Yeah, you look so cool.
For some reason, they're saying it's not good for you. I mean, all this time we thought that it was. But again, e-cigarettes, now the flavors, some of the flavors that are in there are harmful to your white blood cells. Dallas police arrested a crazed man who rammed his truck into Fox Studios and began ranting about treason. Did they need to put the word crazed in there for us to understand that he was crazed? He rammed his truck into a Fox Studios building. I'm sure that we knew he was crazed just because he did that. But thank you for clearing that up. The Russian government claims that a hole in the International Space Station might have been an act of sabotage by a psychologically disturbed astronaut. So I don't know who did that, but somebody knocked a hole in the wall at the space station. Isn't there like space debris flying around that might have like hit it and done that?
I don't know.
Everybody's
Probably.
blaming everybody. Until you know what happened, maybe you just don't say what you think it was. And Apollo 11 astronaut Buzz Aldrin is not too thrilled with the new movie First Man. He was upset with Ryan Gosling in the film for refusing to show the American flag during Neil Armstrong's moon landing. I don't know that it was Ryan Gosling that made that choice. I don't know. Maybe it was, but...
No, but Ryan Gosling came out and said that he supported that decision.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah, he is the one who said it's more of a mankind achievement than it is an American achievement.
Okay. Well, there you go. I see
Which
why
is wrong, because who else has been to the moon?
There you go. Well, and we haven't been back in a while. Maybe we should go back. I'm not sure why. It's like it was a big deal. Then all of a sudden it's like, we'll
Been
wait
there,
40
done
more
that.
years and we'll go back. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Tuesday, September 11th.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can either add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. Or a combination of both, but there's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow sales. And you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Sign up at betterresultsadvertising.com. That's betterresultsadvertising.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing better than you are.
Yes, you are. I was having a little technical difficulties here. He couldn't hear us, then we couldn't hear him, and then I plugged in some cords, and somehow it's working. I can't really explain how. But, Charlie, what kind of cool stuff we going to learn about today?
Well, let's start with a little story here. A guy by the name of Lawrence John Ripple
Okay.
robbed a bank, then he waited in the lobby, later telling police he'd rather go to jail than be with his wife.
Oh, my goodness.
I think I heard about this guy.
That's not good.
Yeah, he wanted to be locked up so he didn't have to go. And then they put him on house arrest.
Oh, that's it's kind of funny, really. So how'd that go for you, Mr. Whipple?
Yeah, then his wife nagged him.
Huh.
Okay, then before blood glucose tests were available, doctors would take the urine of patients diagnosed diabetes.
Really?
Case meant the patient was diabetic.
Oh, they tasted it?
How else you gonna know?
No way.
I don't think that could be true.
If I told you, it's true.
Yeah, it's a gospel truth if Charlie says so.
Hey, then the fillet of fish was invented so Catholics could eat at McDonald's on Fridays.
Yeah, my son told me that.
Well, then see, once again, if I told you and he told you, you know it's right.
Absolutely.
It's one of my favorite sandwiches there, too, actually. I really love that sandwich.
It is good.
They are very good. We'll put in a little plug for them there.
We'll expect some royalties checks.
Listen to that radio station. I want a free fillet of fish.
That probably won't work. Just want to make sure you all know that.
Okay, I better take some money with me.
Yeah.
A study by the London School of Economics found that the place human beings feel most miserable is work.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, no, everybody don't have a good job like you got.
Yeah, I got a pretty good job. I like this one, except for when the cords aren't working.
And you don't know what you're doing.
I have no idea. I just start plugging things in, and I figure eventually it's going to work.
And I got one last thing here for you.
All right, what's that?
In 2014, Budweiser attempted to trademark the sound of a beer can opening.
You're kidding me.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Did they get to do it or no?
No, I don't think they probably could.
I don't think they did, no. Somebody's pretty close because Grandma's phone, when it text message sounds like a pop bottle hitting the floor or something.
Huh.
Yeah, I put that on there. It's a beer bottle.
Not a pop bottle, a beer bottle.
No, it's a beer bottle.
That's what it sounds like. Recognize that sound. So you got a question for me?
Oh, hey, yes.
I said I had one last thing for you. I could freelance a little bit.
Yes. Of course I'm ready. All right, you ready for a question, Charlie?
Yeah.
What was the very last letter added to the English alphabet? It's not the last one at the end of the alphabet, but which was the last letter that they added to the alphabet? Do you know?
Okay, give me a hint. Is it in the first half or the second half?
It's kind of right in the middle. I think it might be number 10. It is, number 10.
Now everybody's saying the alphabet.
What'd you say?
J?
J. You are correct. Did you just sing the Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star song in your head? A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I was trying to count on my fingers, and I got up to 5, and then I had to switch hands.
It's a two-handed question today. Yes, the last letter added to the English alphabet was not Z. It was the letter J. So now we all learned a little something.
Huh.
And without that, I wouldn't be able to spell my name. So I'm quite thankful that they added that letter, Heidi.
That's nice. You'd just be on.
Be on.
Yeah, I would be. And it's funny because there's an H in the middle there that's silent. And I think last week we discovered why that was. We were talking about, when people chisel, if they made a mistake, there was no way to fix it. And all of the silent letters, we think that that's what happened. They just made it, they spelled it wrong.
Misspelled.
And they said, no, the H is silent. That's why it's there. So I'm pretty sure. That's our theory anyway. What do you think, Charlie?
You say.
Well, you have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon.
Well, next time, let's be a little more efficient here. Get that stuff running.
I will. I'm going to unplug everything and plug it all back in, and we'll be ready to roll.
I'm a very busy man,
I know you are.
We can't be wasting this time.
We would hate
John,
to do that.
Bye, Fluff.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye.
Again, my father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers or a combination of both. There's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow your sales and you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Text Radio Trial to number 22828. That's Radio Trial, all one word, to number 22828.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Sun City Palms is a cheerleading squad in Arizona that you can only join if you're at least 55 years old.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Sun City Palms, 55 and older cheerleading squad. Who do they cheer for, I wonder?
I do not know.
Is there a sports team that you have to be that age to play on the team, too? I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Little fun fact for you right there on a Tuesday edition of the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Make plans to join us for the second annual 80s in the Sand. My wife Heidi and I went last year. It was so much fun. And guess who's going to be there this year? It's Brett Michaels.
Hello, everybody. It's Brett Michaels. I will see you at 80s in the Sand, Tuesday, November 6th, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I promise you, this is going to be the ultimate concert, party, best night ever. Let's rock on, my friends.
Get your tickets now at 80sinthesand.com. Over 90% of the tickets are sold. Don't wait. 80sinthesand.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day, paganotrophy. Paganotrophy. What do you think paganotrophy is, Heidi?
I have no idea.
I kind of think maybe we've talked about this because I think I got it wrong last time, too. I don't know if I even came close to saying it, but it's the act of cultivating or growing and grooming a mustache, a beard, sideburns, or other facial hair. Paganotrophy. Our son had a little goatee that he was growing. When we went, we took a little vacation not too long ago when we went.
It looked really good on him,
and
too.
I thought it looked really, and then he shaved it off. I was like, why'd you shave that off? And he's like, because I didn't want it anymore. I was like, but it looks so good on you. I mean, he just, I don't know.
It really did look handsome.
It did. He looked really good. Troy, you're very good at Paganotrophy, so you should do some more of that. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now some weird news for you on this Tuesday. An Idaho man whose distinct hand tattoo helped betray him at a casino robbery has been sentenced to about 9 years in prison. He's 28. His name is Dylan McCandless. He pled guilty in June to robbing and using a firearm during a violent crime Authorities say he pumped a shotgun, ejecting a shell on the floor when he robbed a casino in Fort Hall Indian Reservation, and again, this is in Idaho. Surveillance video showed the robber with a very distinctive tattoo on his hand. After police released the image, it didn't take long for people to say, oh, I know who that is. They caught him red-handed, Heidi. I don't think it was a red tattoo. Otherwise, that would have been a really good joke. But they did catch him because of a tattoo on his hand. So maybe if you have a visible tattoo on your hand, if you're going to rob someplace, I don't know, maybe wear gloves. Maybe not. It makes it much easier for us to catch you if you don't. Thanks for listening to some weird news on a Tuesday. Now your moment of duh. A kindergarten principal in China tried to liven up a back-to-school event there by hiring a pole dancer.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this one.
This was, I just said, I can't even believe we're going to read this on the air, actually. That's what I said. Promptly fired, by the way, when very upset parents complained about this racy stunt. Videos shared on social media showed a dancer who was not dressed in a whole lot. She was covered. Everything was covered other than her midriff. She was entertaining 3-year-olds to 6-year-olds.
Oh, my gosh.
They were all dressed in uniforms, and their parents dropped them off at this private kindergarten in China. The school appeared to be, the school children, rather, appeared to be taking in the show with a mixture of confusion and excitement. Some of the boys attempting to copy the dancers gyrating and hair flipping.
Oh, my gosh.
So she was dancing around. Anyway, an outrage from parents, and the video gained a bunch of attention on social media last week. The pole dancing was inappropriate, the school said, and they fired the principal. So, do you think? Inappropriate? 3 to 6-year-olds? What?
Oh, I would have been so mad.
That is so crazy. That is just a weird... But that's why it's today's moment of duh.
If you want to grow your business, you can add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers or a combination of both. There's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow your sales, and you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Text Radio Trial to number 22828. That's Radio Trial, all one word, to number 22828.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me if this is a true story that happened in the great state of Florida, or if it's fake news, something made up just to trick you. How about this one? A Miami man was arrested for riding his bike naked while weaving in and out of traffic on I-95. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
That is a true story. I thought for sure you'd guess that wasn't true. But it was true. Did you know that? Did you read that?
No.
Some of these, you know what? I guess some that I've seen them on Facebook and I've seen them online so many times. I'm afraid that if I read them to you right now, you'll know them because they've been shared so much. So I'm hoping that maybe you'll forget. So I've got some of these that I'm going to be reading that are now maybe a month old or a couple weeks old. I've been holding on to them a while.
Okay.
And then I got others that people are making up for me, and they're a lot better at lying to you than I am. I'm not very good at lying to my wife, which is a good thing. Thanks for listening. We have some good news coming your way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap up with some good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of Odiva. Odiva is a monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All of the details at radiosavings.com. This is such a cool story. This was sent to me, and I just want to say thank you to Richard for sending this to me. Here's the headline. Alabama man who walked 20 miles to work was given his boss's car. How cool is that?
That's so cool. I love these kinds of
Me too.
stories.
It's the story of a dedicated man who was willing to walk all night to be on time for his first day of work, and it went viral, prompting an outpouring of community support and a generous move from his employer's CEO. Walter Carr works for a place called Bellhops. It's a moving company. He was hired to help a family move over the weekend. And a police officer noticed that he was 4 hours into his trek from Homewood to Pelham, a distance of about 14 miles. The police officer picked him up and took him to breakfast after learning that his car had broken down the night before, and he'd been walking since midnight. Officers then gave him a ride to work. Police took Carr to a home where bellhops was scheduled to move a family. Upon arrival, officers and Carr met Jenny Lamley. They were impressed with the story and shared it with Lamley, and then she shared it with the world. She said, yesterday was a long day, but a good day. Chris and I woke up at about 5:45 a.m. to get everything staged and ready for the move. Around 6:30, the doorbell rang, and it was a police officer. He proceeded to tell us he picked up this nice kid. This nice kid was walking to help us move on his first day on the job, and today he's training. Anyway, this went out viral, and because of it, the people in charge of the company said, wow, what a dedicated young man, and they hooked him up with a car.
That's pretty amazing.
It's a great story if you want to read the whole darn thing. But again, he left home at midnight to walk 20 miles
so crazy.
To get to work on
time.
time.
There are very few people with that kind of work ethic.
I think it's really cool.
Amazing.
And I do have a link to the story if you want to read all about it. It's in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for listening on this Tuesday, September 11th. And I know, again, a very somber day for many people. And for those of you who lost loved ones in 2001 on September 11th, we're thinking of you. We're going to keep you in our prayers. Thank you so much for listening to The John and Heidi Show.